don't be scared, my poor puppy. Oh, you're okay.
Hey sugar, welcome back to my One Cake 4 format series. I'm Rox of RoxStarBakes, and I am of the school that sprinkles make everything better. So why not put them into a birthday funfetti sprinkle white cake? This is the only birthday cake recipe that you will need for sheet cakes, round cakes, cupcakes, and mini cupcakes. If you're new to my channel, my passion is helping people make sweet treats. I create at least one new video a week, so subscribe, come join me, and let's make sweet treats together. To get started, here's the recipe. Take a screenshot, save it, and I'll link all of the ingredients in the description below so you can find exactly what I used later.
Prep the ingredients and make sure everything is at room temperature. Line your sheets, rounds, or cupcakes. I coat the sprinkles with flour so they don't all sink to the bottom. Mary Berry would do this with fruit, and I noticed when I tried doing this with sprinkles, it worked too. For every half cup of sprinkles, I coat with 1 tablespoon of flour. Here, I sift the dry ingredients and set them aside. This lightens the mixture and works out the clumps. Shake, shake, shake. For the liquids, I like to incorporate the sour cream, milk, and vanilla extract in advance. It makes it easier to distribute into the mixture. Just mix until the large chunks are gone and set aside. For the vanilla, if you really want that nostalgic box cake taste, a tip is to use clear vanilla extract. Truly tastes like that nostalgic box cake mix, but elevated. And you can absolutely use a classic vanilla extract or a vanilla seed pod. I'm making this cake batter recipe with a hand mixer so it's easier for everyone to see how I work through this step by step. If you're going to use a stand mixer, get on your paddle attachment. So I cream the butter and sugar together first. I've tried this recipe in different orders and this works best for me. This almost doubles in size and lightens a lot. Scrape the sides down on occasion. Add the egg white in at least 2 portions until just incorporated. Mix on low. I'll do this on speed 2 or 3. Scrape down the sides before adding the dry and wet ingredients. Add 1/3 of the flour mixture to the batter and mix to incorporate. Add half of the milk mixture and mix to combine. Repeat adding alternate additions of flour and milk mixture until both are fully but just incorporated. Make sure to end on dry. If the mix starts to curdle, then the ingredients might not be at room temperature. Here is when I like to preheat the oven, then fold in the sprinkles. I just add a couple portions and fold gently. I prefer confetti sprinkles like these because they don't bleed. For the sprinkle cake, jimmies and nonpareils work too, but they bleed, and this is fine if that's the effect you're going for. In a future video, I'm going to use the recipe with blue and green jimmies to get a water-inspired effect. You'll see. Then it's time to distribute to your formats. I don't typically butter the pan because I like for the batter to crawl up the sides. For the cake rounds, I distribute the mixture evenly across 5 5-inch cake rounds. I pull the batter to the edges of the pan like so to make sure everything fills to the edges and corners. This also gets out the excess large bubbles. Then I always try to even out the top. Then I bang the pan a few times to ensure the batter settles into the edges. I really like sharp, level cakes. By the way, you don't need to do this on a turntable, and most often I don't unless it's for fun. Alrighty, for the square cake, distribute the batter. It's heavy and it's a little hard to hold. I spread the batter a little and then make a giant X across to ensure that the corners end up sharp. I want all of the edges and corners to be filled in. Then I use an angled spatula to get something a little more level. Bang, bang. I use a scooper for the cupcakes, and the size of the scooper depends on preference for piping and how each recipe bakes. I'll link the size I use below. Tip: for the mini cupcakes. Since I'm using parchment paper liners, I add rice to the bottom of the mini cupcake pans. This absorbs the oils so it's not greasy underneath each cupcake. Since making this video, I've gotten a new scooper for my mini cupcakes that I like much better, so I'll link that below. When done distributing, place in the center of the oven, and now bake. Use a toothpick to see if it's done. There should be about 5 crumbs left. Let cool in the pans for about 30 minutes. Check these out. Here are the rounds. You can see the cake is pretty white on top. I peeled the bottom of the parchment paper because I wanted to show you that all of the sprinkles distributed and they don't all sink to the bottom. Here is the rectangular cake. It is so nice and level, perfect for decorating. I slice a piece of the corner so you can see the inside of the cake. Fluffy, moist, and the corners and edges are nice and sharp. Here's the cake again from a different angle so you can see the edges. Here are the regular standard size cupcakes. They come out nice and level and they're so pretty. Breaking this in half, look at the crumble. It is fluffy, soft, moist, and bounces back. The mini cupcakes are perfect bite sizes and stay really white still. They're also really level, which is great for decorating.
Baking success! How do you decorate your birthday cake? For me, my favorite is with chocolate frosting. Nom nom, so yummy. I'll link some great pairings in the description below. If this video was helpful at all, like, share, subscribe, it definitely helps. And in the comments below, I'd love to hear from you. What projects do you want me to tackle in the future? I want to try and make all of your videos. And in the meantime, tag me so I can share your projects and I can see what you're up to. I hope you have a stellar week and I will see you soon.